Hello. How are you? I'm a bit late recording this week. It is Friday already, 27th of September, I think, 20 past 10-ish in the morning. I normally record on a Wednesday. I've not been well this week, so yeah, had no energy whatsoever, but I'm all better now, so it's all good. Hello and welcome. I have new subscribers. Hello, new people. It's so lovely to see you. Well, not see you, I can't see you, but to have you here. Thank you very, very much for clicking that button and subscribing to my channel. I so appreciate it. So, a huge welcome to the newbies, and a huge welcome back to everyone who's been here before. If it's your first time, I'm Jenny. I'm a crocheter. I live in North Yorkshire in the UK. And this is my podcast, vlog, whatever you want to call it, where I tell you all about what I've been making and what I'm planning to make, and a few other little bits and bobs as well. This is part one. I have taken recently to splitting my episodes into two parts because they were getting quite long, and I know that not everyone likes a long video to watch. They were, well over an hour. It was a bit much. So part one today will be finished objects and on my radar. I don't have any acquisitions this week to show you. I've been good. Next time there will definitely be some. We'll get to that later. And then part two will be works in progress and the to-do review and a little bit of chatter. And I think that will be it. I think I've probably forgotten a whole bunch of stuff. So, a slurp of tea and let's go on. My first, nearly threw my tea all over the floor. My first finished object is exciting. I'm so happy. I've finished it. I've finally finished it. Hang on, it's not coming out the bag now. I finished Salazzle. Ah! Oh, she's not perfect. I'll pop a little picture up on the screen again, the reference picture that I've been working from, so you can see where all the differences are. She's a little bit messy in places. I've done a rough and ready hands and feet because I couldn't figure out a way to do them how they should actually look. And these little wangy bits on the back aren't really the right shape either. But if you have missed me talking about this previously, this is an amigurumi that I have designed from scratch for my little boy, Ned, who is 8 years old. I've been working on this since April, May, and I've got to the point where I just needed to be finished now. He has been so patient waiting for it. So patient. I've actually been really impressed with how patient he has been. So I think it's about time that I got her finished and gave her to him. So this is the Pokemon Salazzle. I don't know very much about Pokemon. I know what Ned has told me. I know the obvious ones, you Pikachu and Charmander and so on. This one was completely new to me, and I still don't know much about him. But I think I've done okay, considering it's my first time ever designing an amigurumi. And there is no pattern at all. It's not even that there's a pattern I didn't like. There is no pattern anywhere for this particular Pokemon. Other Pokemon are available, but not this one. So I've had to do it all from scratch, and honestly I think this has just shown me how much I've learned about crochet in the past, where are we now, 4 years, something like that I've been crocheting, this would have been completely beyond. I wouldn't have even known where to start a few years ago. So yeah, I'm feeling very proud of myself. I'm really pleased with her face, actually, especially that side. That eye is great. You will see it's not all crochet. The white in the eyes and the detail down the front is all needle felted, which is something that I dabble in. I don't really have the patience for it. I get bored after a bit, but I've done okay. It will do, and it seemed like it was easier than crocheting flat bits that were the right shape. So yeah, and then the black around the eyes and for the mouth, that's just embroidered with embroidery thread. So as of yet there is no pattern for this. I may write up what I've done. I don't know. And even if I do write it up, I don't know how accurate it will end up being, because there's been lots of revisions and froggings and crossings out and redoings, and I don't know how well I've done it actually writing all that down. But if you're interested, if you'd like me to write it up, let me know, and then maybe I will. And obviously it'll be free if I do. So, but she's done. I'm so happy she's finished. I can give it an Ed now. So I think I'm just going to pop her on his bed when I'm done recording this, and then he can just discover it later when he goes to bed later on. We'll see. Details. So the yarn I used is Hobby Amigo. I did buy 2 colours. That's not the right colour. I was originally going to do everything in crochet, so I bought the grey yarn that I've used, and I now can't find the leftovers of. I know I've got some. There we go. Oops, it's all unravelling on me. There we go. That's dark steel, which is the colour that I've used. I don't know how well I'm focusing today, and everything's a little bit washed out, so I apologise if my camera skills aren't quite to their normal standard. And then I also bought dark purple, which is lovely, because I thought I would need it, and I've ended up not using it. So I've got 3 or 4 skeins of the dark purple left, and I think I've got a couple of the dark steel as well. I haven't worked out the usage yet because my scales have run out of battery, so I need to get a new one. And I haven't finished telling you about this yarn. Anyway, it is 100% acrylic. It is pretty soft. I wouldn't say super duper soft, but it is pretty soft. The purple feels softer than the grey, actually. Comes in 50 gram skeins. It's a DK weight. So 50 grams is 175 metres, which is 191 yards. And to make the amigurumi, I've used a 3mm hook, one of my trusty tulip hooks, which are my favourite. And I will work out the usage as soon as I can, and there will be a project page linked in the description below, which will tell you all of the information. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. There will be notes for this episode in the description. You'll get links to project pages for any of my projects that I talk about, and then links to anything else that I think you need to know. If you think I've missed anything, just let me know. Pop it in the comments and I shall get back to you with the information and add it into the description as well. I should also have mentioned at the beginning that there will be chapters on both this and part 2, so if you want to skip ahead you can do so very, very easily. That's my first finished object, and I am so happy that I have finished it. What else have I done? That's the wrong note. That's not going to help. Oh, I've left it over there. Hold on a moment. Actually, no, I'll grab this one first, because it's here, look. This one's right here. I think I showed you last time that I was making this. I have not got any of the notes handy, or do I? Do I have the notes handy? I might have the notes handy. No, that's the notes for the other thing I'm going to talk about in a moment. So disorganised this morning. Do you have the notes handy? This is clearly a cushion. Obviously sorry, my chair's really creaky again. The cushion inside I have not made, but the cover is completely made from scratch. This is using the Jack pattern by Sixel Design, who you will have heard me mention before if you've been here at all before. She's pretty much my favourite designer, and all her patterns are fab, basically. The yarn I've used for this one is all mostly Stitchcraft Specials UK in Jaffa, which is the bright orange, and soft peach, which is the paler kind of yellowy peach colour, and then a bit of Sirdar Snuggly DK in grape, which is the purple. What else was I going to say? Oh, I've used I haven't written down the hook size. No, I didn't write down what hook I made. I used even. This has used in total 169 grams of yarn, or just over 500 metres. So that's all the useful information for you. The really exciting thing about this is that I have made my own buttons. Please focus. Is it going to focus? Maybe. Kinda. I've made my own buttons. I've been dabbling with polymer clay, and I meant to bring up a load of stuff actually to show you today. I'll have to wait until next time. I have been making buttons and stitch markers and other little bits and bobs, which I will be selling at the markets that I go to, and I will pop them online as well in my shop. So watch this space on that. But I'm really proud, and it means I've got ones that sort of match. They're orange and purple, and there's a little bit of white in them as well. At least there is in that one. So I just think that's really lovely, and that's why I wanted to do it. That's why I started with polymer clay, is because I want to be able to make my own buttons for cushion covers and garments and that kind of thing. And I've been having loads of fun with it. Yes, this pattern I love. I'm really happy with how this has turned out. This will be going with me to my next market, which is on the 5th of October in Harrogate. If you're around, I will be mentioning that more later on. And oh, there's a loose end there that needs snipping. I will do that now when I'm talking to you. It's woven in, it's just poking out, and at the end snip that, else I will forget. Sorry, I'm going to be very disjointed today. I think I'm not really, I wasn't sure if I was going to record today, that's why. So I'm a bit all over the place, and I've just we've just had the weekly food shop delivered, so anyway, what else was I going to say? I don't know, I might be done. Another finished object. Anyway, I've done pretty well since last time. This was nearly done, I think, last time I spoke to you, and now it is all finished, ready for sale. Hoping it'll get sold at the market, but if not, this will be in my shop as well. Right, other big finished object, bear with. I'll have some tea and I'll go fetch it. It's just on the other side of the room. So again, I will have shown you this last time, because it was very nearly finished last time I spoke to you. This is the cardigan that I have been making for Tabby, my sister-in-law, and it's all done and dusted. Oh, and it is so soft. I wasn't sure how soft this yarn would be, but now that I've blocked it, because it's acrylic, I've steam blocked it, it turned out so soft. It's going to be really comfy for her. But look, I've made a whole cardigan for someone else. and it looks good. It's the right shape and it fits. Well, actually I don't know that it fits her, but I have tried it on myself, and it just fits me, so it should be slightly too big for her, which is what she wanted. Again, I'm really pleased with this. I've talked a lot about this pattern on previous episodes, so I won't go into tons and tons of detail, but just to refresh you, it is the Cool Triangles cardigan by Divine Debris, and the yarn I've used is Stylecraft Special Aran in black and white and Emperor, which is the purple. The purple that you can see in the triangles on the back. And it's a really easy pattern. If you haven't made a garment before, I can highly recommend this as a starting point. Excuse me. What was I going to say? Just yes, highly recommend it as a starting point. It's got a good range of sizes, and the instructions are really clear. It's a really simple pattern, and it works out reasonably quickly. So definitely worth a look. It is a paid pattern, of course, but I don't think it was too expensive. I haven't written down how much it was, but it's not going to break the bank. Yeah, it's only a pattern. So definitely worth a go if you are thinking of making a garment of some kind, especially now that the weather's turned colder. I'm very happy. I have been a little too cold every now and then recently, but I'd rather that than too hot. And yeah, it's been cold and dark and rainy. I'm back in my element. It's my time of year now. I can relax a bit. Right, one last finished object. I didn't get a chance to tell you about this properly last time, or did I mention it on my radar? Possibly. I have mentioned either last time or the time before about the Amigurumi World Tour make along, crochet along collaboration that is being run by Cassandra at Craftably Ever After, who of course I will link below, and I'll pop all the information below as well because I'm fuzzy on the details today. And last time we spoke I was still waiting for it to be my turn. It has now been my turn. I have done a separate video on this, so if you want to see me receiving the book and choosing the project, yes, choosing the project, and I think choosing the yarn as well, there's a short video if you just go back through my history. I think it's probably the last video before this one actually, so it'll be nice and easy for you to find. And yeah, there's just a bit more information there basically. And there is also, like I said, I will link one of Cassandra's videos in the description so you can get the information of what this is all about, as you can absolutely take part if you would like to do so. I can't remember the name of the book now. Is it Whimsical Stitches? I think it's Whimsical Stitches. Oh, maybe I can remember it. I think it's Whimsical Stitches by Lauren Espy, but I will put a picture up of the cover so you can see. You'll be able to tell whether or not I'm right. Hang on a minute, my eyes have just gone really itchy. I'll be right back. Sorted my eyes out, finished my tea because it was going cold, although I have got more in a flask. So, oh, it's down here somewhere. So I was telling you about the Amigurumi World Tour. Yes, I will pop a picture up for you. I will eventually get my head in gear. But yeah, the project that I've made is these really cute little eggs. I wanted to do something really simple because I've got a lot of things on at the moment, and I got Ned to choose the pattern for me, and he did really well. Like I said, I want something really easy and simple to make, and I've made these little eggs. They're super cute. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I've done a full 6, full half dozen, And they might go to Ned actually. Maybe some of his teddies will want some eggs. I don't know. But they've got cute little faces. Don't know, maybe I'll do a giveaway. Pop them as a prize for a giveaway. Who knows that one? It's good to say there are 2 versions of the egg pattern in the book. There's a small egg pattern and a large egg pattern. I have used lots of different sizes of yarn and hook, so you can't really tell which ones are the big egg and which ones are the small egg. There's one more in here somewhere. There it is. Ooh. But I think I can tell looking at them, because the big egg actually I think makes a nicer shape. Yeah, that one was using the big egg pattern. It's a little bit more rounded. I think it looks more properly egg shaped, if you see what I mean, and compared to, put those ones down, compared to that one, which was using the small egg pattern. That one's a bit pointy. That one's much more roundy, if that makes sense. Yeah, but it's nice to have both options. And yeah, the only criticism I think that I have for the pattern is that it didn't actually tell you where to put the eyes and the mouth. It just said to put them in, so I had to kind of guess at that. But I suppose for this it doesn't really matter. You could put them wherever you wanted, depending on where you want the face to be positioned, if you want the face at all. I didn't check the other patterns in the book to see if that was the same throughout, because there are other things. There are quite a few animal patterns in the book, which obviously eye placement would be a lot more important for those, so I didn't check. I should have done. Overall, I'm very happy. It was a really, really fun little thing to do, a little break from all the big projects that I've had on the go recently. And a big, big thank you to Cassandra for putting this all together, for getting the books and sending them out to us all, and managing the list of who's having it next, and where we need to send it on to, and putting together the journal on her blog. She's put a lot of work into this, and it's really fun. It's not over yet. I think we're about halfway through. I think I was around about the midpoint. So there's plenty of time to get involved if you want to do so. If you have the book yourself at home, though you can't sign up to be a recipient of one of the books anymore. That was all filled right at the beginning. But if you happen to have the book or want to get your own copy, then you can join in by just making the patterns from your own copy at home. And you can send your pictures through to Cassandra and you'll be included in the journal. So yeah, it's fun. I need to get a bit more actively involved and actually talk to some of the other participants. There was one, I can't remember a name now, but I know there's someone involved who lives in York, which is reasonably near me. If it's you and you're watching, say hello. Terrible with names. I meant to make a note of who you were and send you a message, and I completely forgot, so I will try and find out. But if I haven't reached out to you yet and it's you and you're watching, please say hi. Pop a comment on and say hello, and it'd be lovely to have a chat with you, because we don't live too far away from each other, and anyone else in the UK as well actually who's taking part. Well, no, let me rephrase that. Wherever you are, say hello anyway. I always like to hear from everyone. But if you're in the UK in particular, it'd be really nice to get a little sub-community of UK crocheters on the go. Get us all chatting and swapping ideas and stuff. I think that'd be really nice. That is all of my finished objects, which is a lot more than the last couple of episodes. I've done pretty well. I'm quite pleased with myself. As I said, there are no acquisitions this time, so I'm just going to do a very, very quick on my radar. It's Yarndale this weekend. By the time you see this, I'm hoping to get it published today, Friday. Yarndale may well be over and done with by the time you see this video. So sorry if you've missed it. If you do happen to see the video before the end of Sunday, you may still be able to get tickets. I'm not sure. Yarndale is a big yarn show, craft show, but yarn specifically, based in Skipton, which is also in Yorkshire. And I'm going this year. It's my first year going to Yarndale. It's only my second yarn show that I'll have gone to, in fact. I'm just visiting, I'm not trading there. But yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to it. Going with my friend Fee, who got me into crochet in the first place. And we're just going to have a lovely day. I think we're going by train. And we're going to have a lovely time wandering around, looking at all the lovely things that are on offer and trying not to spend too much money, which will be difficult. There are a couple of vendors that I particularly want to visit. Blue Fern Yarns is one of them. I did write them down, but the notebook's been put away, purely because I've purchased their advent calendar this year. So I want to go and have a little squish of the yarn in advance. Not that I'll have the advent calendar stuff there, but you know, other things. And Lay Family Yarns are going to be there, so I'm hoping to go and find them, and fingers crossed they will have some of the yarn that was designed and initially dyed by Ali from Little Drops of Wonderful. I'd love to get my hands on one of the skeins from her colourway. What was it called? Is it Wonderland Walk or something like that? It's beautiful. Anyway, and I didn't manage to get my hands on it when it was first released, so I'm hoping they'll have some with them and I can buy some on the day. I'm not planning to buy too much yarn because I do have plenty. I really don't need any more. But we shall see what happens. I do want to visit the official Yarndale shop as well and get some bits and bobs from there. And I'll be on the lookout for anything special. Some Halloween stitch markers maybe, although I am making my own at the moment, but hey, it's nice to support other independent businesses. That's my excuse. And I might see if there's anyone there selling fibre for spinning, because I am running out slowly. I've got quite a lot of the nylon left. I'm slowly working my way through it, but that's it. I've got no more after that. And although I haven't actually finished off the yarn that I've spun up yet, it'd be nice to have some more fibre in reserve so that I can spin some more. See if there's some nice fun colourways, like gradient ones or something. I don't know. We shall see. Either way, I'm going to have a lovely time. The weather's supposed to be okay, so hopefully we won't get wet. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It is going to be hard to not spend a fortune, but I don't have a fortune to spend, so I'm going to have to be careful. Right, that's part one done. So I'm going to go and, well, I'm going to take a quick break and then record part two. But you won't. I need to really think before I speak. Part two won't be published on the same day. It'll be a day or two later, in theory. So, depending on when you see this video, part two might not be up yet, but it will be very soon. Right. Thank you for watching this one, and I'll be back soon with part two.